Welcome to Have History Will Travel. I am your host, the Wilder Historian, and today we're going to continue our series on Sherman on Atlanta, where we look at the circumstances in which Sherman took Atlanta by looking at his own personal letters about the incidents. To Thomas Ewing, Jr., Atlanta, September 17, 1864. Dear Tom, Charlie has shown me your letter of August 30th, in which you foreshadow for me great things in case I take Atlanta. Atlanta is took, but I only see harder work before me. As to being a rival of Lincoln or McClellan, or anyone aspiring to such honor, I think I have too much sense to trouble myself about it. The people of the U.S. have too much sense to make me their president. Men old and young, and women too, would be organized and armed, and you would have the darndest fight ever heard of. Xerxes' army would be corporal guards to mine, and the old and best government of the world would expire in a grand raid. But to be serious, I have taken Atlanta steadily and purposely, and have reason to believe, separate and apart from its intrinsic value, it has illustrated what we may and can do. But like all the operations of our government, just as I reach our goal, from which vital blows might be inflicted, my army vanishes from purely American causes. Every general officer wants to go home and glorify, and half my men's times are out, and Lincoln is trembling about the draft. In other words, we do what we may. We lose its natural effect by want of national traits of weakness. Atlanta is a very important place, and Hood has fortified it beautifully to our very hands. But the fortifications even have too much ground. I have expelled the people, and will contract the lines to a comparatively small circle embracing the vital points, and of course do not expect to be idle long. Tell Rosecrans to raise the hue and cry, go down and clean out Shelby and Price, and not take my troops to defend Missouri. It is ridiculous and absurd. If Missouri can't, at this day, keep Price out, then Price ought to capture you all, and send you as slaves down to take the places of the freed blacks. What is the free state of Arkansas doing? And the reorganized state of Louisiana, that they do not stand as a shield against the frightened people of Missouri. I am almost tired of playing war. I now comprehend why Napoleon sent the Council of 500 back to their wives. I am no fit subject for a Democratic or Republican candidate for any office. Charlie is well, and we are all enjoying rest for the first time in 5 months, without the luxury of cannon and musket shots, breakfast, dinner, and supper. Minnie and Lizzie are now at school up in Indiana, and Ellen really contemplates spending much of her time with them. But years are so fleet that both the misses will be independent and off on their own voyage of life before Ellen is fairly awake to the fact that they have begun the school. Yours in haste, as usual, W.T. Sherman. I think this is a fascinating letter that Sherman writes because apparently he had been jokingly asked to be a presidential candidate, and he gives the reasons why he didn't want to be one. But this helps us understand the man Sherman more, and I hope to do more of these eyewitness accounts from Sherman just because I think he's misunderstood a lot of times, and when we read these personal letters, we get a better feel of who he actually is, what his motivations are, and what he is like as a person. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.